Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our Paul, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakadash. Call Halalame How Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakadash. That's the nation Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers and audio pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Brother Zach from Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson on basically this clip in here, a screenshot I took from Instagram from a Jamaica Gleaner post. It says, UK lawmakers vote to decriminalize abortion amid concern about the persecution of women. It says British lawmakers voted Tuesday to decriminalize abortion in England and Wales after a lawmaker argued that it was cruel to persecute women for ending a pregnancy. The House of Commons approved an amendment to a broader crime bill that would prevent women from being criminally punished under an antiquated law. Look up what is antiquated, I'm not sure. Supposed to be old, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Yeah, antiquated. It says outmoded or discredited by reason of age, old and no longer useful, popular or accepted. It basically must say, told with the old ways here, a modern time. But the scripture tells us the opposite. We'll go to the book of Jeremiah. Hold on, so okay. Remember exactly. Old. 6 and 16. Kind of 16 and 6. Alright, Jeremiah 6 and 16. It says, Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. It says, Also I set watchmen over you, saying, Hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. And we are the prophets out there, because abortion is basically murder. And the scripture tells you clearly, according to the law, thou shalt not murder. But we're not in a righteous kingdom. It's a wicked ass one. That's why these things are happening. This is Exodus chapter 20 verse 13. It says, Thou shalt not kill. Which the word here could put to murder. Basically taking life without a cause. Let's see if the ALT actually say it properly. Yep, thou shalt not murder. That's in NLT. Exodus 20 verse 13. Alright? But we know in just society. So I'm going to go to the book of Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says, Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked do it compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceeded. And this is wrong judgment. And then basically decriminalizing abortion, decriminalizing murder. That's unjust. Giving women the legal rights to commit murder. Right? But we know when the wicked rule is from them coming, because the so-called white man of the wicked that the scripture speaks of, the wicked be at rule. It's always been the case, evil increase. We'll go to the book of First Maccabees 1. And start of verse 7. It says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And Alexander is basically from Macedon, an Edomite. It says, and his servants be rule every one in his place. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Because Scripture say, when the vilest man are exalted, the wicked walk on every side. See if we can get that. Proverbs 12:8, it says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And they're the one that's in power right now, pushing forth these unrighteous decree. And she will tell about how to him that devised it unrighteous decree. And they go to the book of Isaiah. Ten and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And this is unrighteous decrees like a law, It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Alright? It says, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And ultimately, this is deal with Israel, but it applies to the so-called white man, because they're the one that's in power right now. And they're the one that's pushing forth these unrighteous decrees, these evil deeds in the earth right now. Which that's their purpose. They are the wicked, But for that same reason, well, we were being wicked when we were ruling, and the Most High take we down. Same thing going to the so-called white man, And we see signs of his fall already. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings. This is an unrighteous dealing, decriminalizing murder, right? Basically putting woman into power again. It says, because of unrighteous decrees, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And verse 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that one that is profitable is basically our shy. And we being joint ears. Right? So you got righteous laws being pushed out all the earth. It's going to be forced upon these nations to keep it, and them going to see the benefit, and want to do it, because them going to see the difference when Esau rule versus when the Israelite ruling under Yahweh Shai. So I said, see this, the Spirit does move me, do a quick little lesson on it. Evil, these things are happen. In the days all out of chaos as well. But when you go to the book of 2 Ezra 6, it tells us these things are gone. 2 Ezra 6 or 5. 2 Ezra 5 and 1, it says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Yeah, so iniquity, because abortion in the old world, so to speak, right? Wrong. Everybody know that was wrong. That's murder. But the more we go on, woman's right and human right, and basically it's legal, give them what liberty to basically commit murder, right? Or license to sin. But that's iniquity being increased there is for ultimately fulfill prophecy, bring forth justification, or more justification for the Most High, bring this wicked ass empire or kingdom to an end. So we have these wickedness stuff happen, stuff manifest here, right? So the iniquity can come to a full, the Most High destroy this wicked ass place. What we said for until like out there, giving our praise to Poya, how about Shem, Shai, about Shem, and Kakadash, the one is unto elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the full like, Shalom.